Hello, writing. Kevin Young's Eddie Priest's Barbershop and Notary closed Mondays. An image for you of a barbershop. So there are two journal writing assignments you can choose from. You don't have to do both, just one. Choose one, and that will be perfect. I'll be curious about who chooses what. So the first one involves analysis. Include two quotes from Kevin Young's poem that describe Eddie Priest's barbershop. Discuss the quote in a few sentences. A few sentences. I will highlight that. That's key. I don't want people to overdo it. Include a comment about the language the poet uses. What words does he choose, for example? And what do the words sound like when they are arranged by the poet? How does he line the words? For example, are the words in a proper sentence? So here is the first quote I chose. You're welcome to choose the same quotes as I did. That sting of wintergreen tonic on the neck of a sleeping snow-haired man. In this quote, you get some alliteration. So I wrote this with sting and wintergreen, bringing a sharpness to the moment, which wakes the observer and the writer up to the fact that it's his turn to have his hair cut. Little typo there, sorry. So here you would either write your analysis of this quote, talking about the language or the word choice, or you can choose your own quote. Just put it right in here, this blank space. Here's another example. A quote from the poem is having nothing better to do. So in this quote, you feel an important aspect of the Eddie Priest barbershop, the human quality of not really having anything important to do and being able to acknowledge it. We might ask a more philosophical question here about the meaning of life. What is more important to do than to take care of yourself, get your hair cut, support a local business, see friends? So here, this blank spot, you would either comment on this same quote, or you would put another quote and comment about it in your own words. So I also would like you to discuss two quotes from the poem that describe the barbershop. I chose, describe the clients of the barbershop. So the peach-faced boys asking Eddie to cut in parts and arrows, wanting to have their names read. So this is, I wrote, this is an iconic moment in American culture and in the culture of growing up when you go to the barbershop or salon for a special look. So you could comment on this quote again, or choose your own quote and comment on it. And the second quote I chose was of the grandfathers playing dominoes. So grandfathers stopping their games of ivory dominoes. So, this image too of grandfathers playing dominoes reminds me of my grandfather playing cribbage quietly in the corner of his home. I'm drawn to the image in this poem because it shows a culture different from my own, a culture where grandfathers gather together to play. This strikes me. So again, same pattern where you either comment on this quote that I've chosen, or you select your own, comment on it. I'd also like you to describe a place like the barbershop. So a place that represents this kind of thematic cultural gathering spot in a neighborhood or within a family culture. So I chose, so you can discuss that here. I chose a place where I used to live. A communal meeting place familiar to me is a group of picnic tables set up outside a kitchen at a center at the base of the Rocky Mountains where staff gathers to eat on days when the weather is good and when paying program participants are eating in the dining tent. The food prepared by cooks on the land is often delicious: grilled meat, fresh salads from the garden on the land. Conversation ranges from stories of survival to silly jokes. The land is sparse, high desert, sun too bright, the company impermanent, delightful. So that's one example of what you can do. And the second is a creative writing journal. Describe a place you know where generations overlap, which mixes descriptions of these different people mixed with descriptions of the details of the place itself. See example below. So I chose this excerpt from the poem. By the turning of rusty fans, steel flowers with cold breezes, is having nothing better to do than guess at the years of hair, matted beneath the soiled caps of drunks, the pain of running a fisted comb through stubborn knots, the dark, dirty, low-down blues, the tender heads of sons fresh from cornrows, all wonder at losing half their height is a mother gathering hair for good luck. So your imitation goes here, and here's mine. A cool hand of the linoleum tiles, the dropped leaf table in the half light bowl of fruit in the center, a view of the cabin next door. Quietly, the mother walks the family dog, one dad now separated from his wife, out on a chair reading. Another fills a hummingbird feeder. Those summer folks with a summer place up north, where many rules are suspended, unknown ways and getaways. So your other option is to write a creative piece following this form. So notice that it's not unlike storytelling. So there's a quality in Kevin Young's writing that suggests that a poem can tell a story. It's a bit like a paragraph broken up into bits. So good luck. I look forward to all that is to come.